Hi and welcome to part 2 of episode 9 where we're looking at Shiraz. So we've looked at the first Shiraz from New Zealand and now we're moving on to...
We are now going to Australia. Now, as I said before, Shiraz is their signature grape, so this should be quite straightforward. We should be able to, even before we taste it, smell it, know what it is going to be like.
Okay.
This is off the Deacon Estate from Australia. Let's have a go at this. Oh, thank you.
That's a pleasure. That's a pleasure. I'm getting used to it. We're gonna have a look at the colour first.
Oh yeah, yes.
I'll get out my handy little tool here so we can have a look at the colour. So
Nice.
there we go. Hang on. Of course, it's always better to video it rather than actually take a photograph because the viewer won't be able to see the photograph really, will they?
No, I like you've got your picture in there as well. They're going to love that. Keep
They're going to love that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do this afterwards. I'll take the colour afterwards and add it in afterwards because it's gone awry. It's gone awry.
No problem, no problem. Right. Well, in that case, we'll get straight on with a little bit of nose.
Right. Oh, yes. The nose. Oh, different.
See, yeah, that's much more, yeah.
If I said I could smell raisins in there, would I be stupid?
No, you wouldn't at all, no.
No?
Get that it's the raisins you're getting is almost like a sweetish. Yeah. There's definitely, I get that, I get where you're coming from with that, definitely.
But you'd use a different word for it?
No, I would say, but there is for me there's more kind of that's more red currant, eh?
Okay.
It's a lot light. It smells a lot lighter than the first one, the New Zealand one, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be. I'd say eucalyptus as well. How do you feel about that?
Eucalyptus? Isn't that a bath salt?
No. It's going to be hard work, this one. Yeah, but it does smell a lot lighter than our first one on New Zealand. Would you agree?
Yeah. It smells sweeter.
And the colour, when we do see the colour, when you get your camera working, it looks brighter as well.
Yeah.
So that's not surprising. So let's have a taste.
Can we?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Please do.
There's so much more there.
It's
much more depth.
Yeah, it's very, very different to what. I tell you what, that is lacking. It's lacking those. It might be where the sweet smell is coming from. There's very little in the way of tannins in there. You know, that dry edge. It doesn't have half as much as that one. Not particularly a bad thing.
I remember when you tasted this last time, you were surprised that it was much lighter than you expected.
Especially from an Australian Shiraz, because Australian Shiraz, they do tend to be some of the more powerful kind of Shiraz, and I expect some big, heavy beasties. But it is. I describe that as lush and delicious. There's a lot more blackcurrant in there. But I think we're picking that out because the tannins are not masking them quite.
Yeah.
But
he's picking them out.
I'm picking them out. No, it's more. Leave that to go a bit, and there's more kind of more strawberry in that, which again.
No, I can maybe taste that.
Well, one thing in Shiraz is always described as the kind of alcoholic Ribena of the wine world. A lot of people do describe it as that, and I can understand where they're coming from with it. Oh, that's actually
nice.
That's delicious.
That is very, very nice. How much would this retail at?
This would around about 12, 13 pounds.
So it's there's a good percentage off the New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But that's it. I describe that as easy drinking, which I don't like to describe Shiraz really as an easy drinking. It all comes down to those light tannins, that lack of tannins in there. So perhaps we are pulling more from the actual flavour there.
Yeah.
But it still has a fair length as well, if you know what I mean. Again, you can still taste that, although it's quite a light colour, light flavour. There's still a lot going on. Now I'm getting the hints of vanilla again in there, which I think it comes after giving it a rest, and also is a stereotypical thing in the Shiraz. You should be able to get a hint of the vanilla. Perhaps the heavy ones have it more so, and it's always towards the end of tasting it. So after having a taste and then going back for another smell of it, then you can smell more of that kind of that blackcurrant and the strawberry. Perhaps it helps you pick out a little bit more, a little bit easier. Oh, but I could really enjoy that. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking rather than black currant, it tastes more like red to me. Red currant.
Okay.
Is that?
No, see, I thought the first one had more red currant.
Really?
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Hmm.
Again, it's subjective.
Yeah. So, but very, very nice. I mean, that is, yeah, it's gorgeous.
But that would be
Gorgeous.
easy. That would be easy to do. You drink a bottle of that, no problem.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I said that was a very surprising one. That one, I expected it, especially from Australia. I expected it to be much. But then again, there's so many different producers, there's so many different styles, hence why we're doing such a video.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed is that before we're drinking them, you're not leaving them open. Now, I was always told you needed them to let them breathe, but you're not doing that.
Well, I did earlier on. They've all been left to breathe, but then
Right.
obviously we don't brought them down and just put the tops on.
Okay.
Nothing
fine.
is yeah.
Just so they
should
don't spill.
Yeah, because I do get drunk frequently. No, that's the only reason. Usually you should be leaving them to breathe, and always take your first glass out again. I think I explained in the first video to get the air in there. Obviously, you need that surface area. Yes, I did. I remember explaining this now. Yeah, if you take a glass out, it gives you a much bigger surface area to get the air in and on your wine. And obviously, it's a nice idea to just warm them slightly as well. Well, your red wines definitely. No, that was quite.
Very nice.
That was a pleasant surprise. Was that one?
Yeah. Very, very nice.
But I reckon I could easily do a bottle of that. I tell you what makes it interesting, and why I could easily do bottles, because when you get in there, you find in little bits and pieces. So the glass is constantly there. You're thinking, what was that? What? Where?
I know, just then, I was just as you were saying that, I was thinking when I just took another mouthful, I thought, wow, that's not quite as I remembered it, and it's slightly different because you're picking up different things each time. I guess as a
Yeah, and because it's not too heavy, it's making it nice and easy.
yeah, absolutely, yes.
Oh well, I finished mine.
Okay, well I'm holding back.
It really is delicious.
No, I'm not holding back. I'm driving late, so I'm not holding back because I don't like it. I'm holding back.
That's fair dues.
Okay, so I think that concludes the Australian Shiraz.
It does indeed, yeah.
So we're going to go on to part 3, where we're going to talk about a
South African.
South African Shiraz. See you there.
See you later.
Cheers.